appreciate the fact dat deze boel dus niet veel rijden. Het is steeds meevallen.
It's been a few years since I last had the chance to film the F-22 Raptor, so reconnecting with the display team at Aviation Nation felt like meeting an old legend. All over again, there's something unmistakable about the Raptor. Even before it takes to the sky, it carries a presence, silent, composed, almost restrained power waiting to be unleashed. And when it does launch, that restraint disappears in an instant. Designed as a fifth-generation air superiority fighter, the F-22 wasn't just built to compete, it was built to dominate. From its stealth capabilities to its supercruise performance, everything about this aircraft reflects a philosophy of control. Control of the skies, control of the fight, and control of what the enemy can or cannot see. As the engines spool up, you can feel the anticipation ripple through the crowd. Then comes the roar, deep, aggressive, unmistakably powerful. Within seconds, the Raptor is airborne, climbing at an angle that seems to defy both gravity and logic. What sets the F-22 apart isn't just speed or altitude. It's agility. The thrust vectoring nozzles allow it to maneuver in ways that seem almost unnatural. Tight turns, high alpha passes, and sudden directional changes all executed with a level of precision that feels more like choreography than combat capability. Watching it perform, it's easy to forget that this isn't just an airshow machine. This is a platform designed for real-world dominance. Every maneuver you see has a purpose rooted in survival and superiority in contested airspace. And yet, despite its advanced technology, there's still a human element that stands out. The pilot's skill, timing, and situational awareness bring the aircraft to life. The Raptor may be a marvel of engineering, but in the end, it's still a partnership between human and machine. As the demonstration continues, the aircraft transitions seamlessly between raw power and graceful control. One moment, it's blasting past at incredible speed. The next, it's hanging in the air, almost suspended, as if time itself has slowed down. Moments like these remind you why the F-22 remains so highly regarded, even years after its introduction. It wasn't just ahead of its time. It redefined what ahead of its time could mean. Of course, calling the Raptor the ultimate multi-role fighter is a statement that sparks debate. Aviation enthusiasts, analysts, and nations around the world all have their own perspectives. Some point to newer platforms, evolving technologies, or different doctrines of warfare. And that's the beauty of aviation. There's always room for discussion, for comparison, for differing viewpoints shaped by geography, strategy, and experience.